Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Craft the World. And on this episode, we are going to continue where we left off. We need to come over here, I should say, come over here and get some of this wheat. This is going to help replenish our stock because we did kind of neglect that for quite a long time. And beer goes by so quick in this game, it's not even funny. I just made a batch of like 70 on the last the last episode alone, and this is all I got left of that 70 in about 30 minutes. 70 beer. That is crazy. Now, granted, you know, in the world of these dwarves, it's probably the course of like 3 weeks, but still, even at that rate, that's a lot of friggin' beer. They don't go through the food nearly as much. They still have some of these grilled meat left, and I can't remember how many episodes ago I made that. That's how many episodes it was. So, yeah, a whole lot of a difference between that. They drink so much more than they eat. It's just nuts. And we're going to make more of this as well. So we got both of those. Now we just have to wait for them to make it. We do need to go off and explore. And to let you guys know a little update, we did fill in this area with dirt. And since I've filled it in, I haven't noticed anything over here but these guys. So I don't know if there's a whole bunch of them. I guess we should come over here and find out. Just go over here and attack these guys real quick and find out if there's like 800 of them there. And so once we kill them, then we'll know that no more are spawning. But where's he going? Wow, he is shooting from far away. I love the new mage weapons. They're really, really cool. Yeah, see, there's only 3 of them here, which is what we had before. So yeah, there hasn't been any more spawning, which is pretty cool. I think if you have that problem, just fill in this top layer. Like, you didn't even have to do this bottom layer like I did. I think this top layer right here would have been more than enough. But again, you know, you kind of live and you learn. We probably should have done this sooner, but maybe I was a glutton for punishment. Like, I like the challenge. I don't know what to say. I mean, we should have just done that sooner. It's just a oversight on my part that I didn't catch that or think to do that. I did think to, you know, cover the entire thing and maybe trap them inside, but I think that method is so much better. Now let's see. We need to make some more seeds, so we need to use some wheat. There we go. And do we have seeds down? No, I think we got rid of those, so we'll have to put those back on. See, seeds. Okay, we can put the seeds down for the traps, because I don't think we're going to use any traps anymore. If you guys watched the last episode, you will notice that our guys, because I actually forgot to put the traps down, our guys did really, really well on their own without any traps. So yeah, I think our days of using traps have come to an end, which is incredibly nice, because it used up a lot of wood and took up a lot of our time to do that. And I think at the beginning of the game, if you're playing a really hard level and you still want to kill those creatures for the loot, then that's pretty much the only choice you have, is to use that time and that resources of the wood to keep up. Otherwise, I would just say lock yourself in for the night, concentrate on digging further down and getting more resources that you can actually use and really need, and let the creatures on the top burn. I've seen other people do that. I'm like, oh, come on, you're missing out on so much of the game. But yeah, you would get by a lot quicker and a lot safer if you did that. And I know some of you don't really enjoy the combat too much, so that might be a really good method for you. I think I'm going to continue to do what I've been doing, which is kill them, because I think that adds something that some of you guys may never see, especially if you don't like the combat. I think I need to put more of these things down. I just don't like the way they look. They're just not... They look more Halloweenish than tunnel-wise, because they don't give off... I don't think they give off as much light. Like, if you look at this, it seems like it's a smaller area than... No, actually, they look exactly the same. Now that I have 2 of them right next to each other, it looks like these... I don't know, it just feels less bright. I guess maybe because it doesn't have an animation to it. Like, this one has fire and this one's just glowing. I kind of like the fire. Plus, you know, the white light rather than this... Is it the same? I don't think it is. This one's just not as bright. I think it's the same color light, it's just not as bright. But yeah, to each their own. Some people like this, some people may even prefer this type of light. You know, I just never could get into it for some reason, I don't know. But we do have tons of them. I think it was able to make like 1,226 or something, if I'm not mistaken. That's a lot of freaking torches. I mean, To give you some idea how many torches I could make for the other kind at that exact same moment, I think it was like 24, because that's how much resin I had. So I go through my resin so much quicker than I do the slime and the bones. But again, at the beginning of the game, this may not be a viable solution for you, because you just may not have the bones or the slime. It does take a while to do that. And if you're not killing the waves every single time, then you're probably not killing very many skeletons. You may be able to get the slime from the snails, but probably not getting too many skeletons, and they're the only thing that I'm aware of that drops the bones. Maybe the dragon might, because he seems to drop a little bit of everything, but other than that, I don't know. I don't think anything else does. Let's put a little thing of scaffolding down right here, and we're gonna have to kill this guy. But you can hear there is a dragon down here, so I would not be surprised if he finds his way up as soon as I get rid of these blocks right here, because then he'll be able to fly straight up and straight out. You know, that's probably going to fall right into the lava. So I think maybe we'll do without chopping that one down, because I'll need to fill this in down here. Otherwise, we'll just lose whatever drops off of that. I guess it's not that big of a deal, because we really don't need those at this moment. But I still don't want to lose it, because there's no reason to be wasteful, I don't think. There may become a point where... I guess I wouldn't need them. I don't really see a future where I wouldn't need these in some way, especially if I could still build my portals. And when I updated, I did check just to be sure. I came in here and I was like, okay, are the portals here? Could they possibly be? Please, please, please. But they are not. They're not in here. There's no portals to build anywhere. So that kind of does suck. But like I said, I kind of resigned myself a while back to the fact that that was the way it was going to go. It seemed like it was. Oh, man, here comes the dragon. Here comes the dragon, guys. No. So he can shoot through the dirt? That seems kind of unfair. You know, like my arrow guys cannot shoot through this connected piece right here. They won't do that. Neither will the mages. Which is why nobody attacked him right off the bat. Like, they couldn't. I don't know. There's a few little bugs, but again, you know, it is interesting to play a game that's still in development and still coming out with fixes. It's just a different experience. Like all the games I played when I was a kid, they were either ready to go or they were considered broken and nobody bought them. Like, you couldn't fix them after the fact, because there was no updates. You know, there was no here's a little patch for it and stuff like that, because the internet was not a common thing. And so when you bought the game, it was either done or it wasn't. And so many of the games back then were not done, and they could have probably been so much better if you know, they were able to do updates and stuff like that eventually, maybe at some point. But I remember getting games back in the day that were so broken that when they came out of the box and you installed them, there was one game in general that I really in Pacific, I mean, that really sticks out in my head. I can't remember for the life of me what the name of it was, but I still remember the graphics and everything like that. You start in a cave. It's like an RPG game. You start in a cave and you pick up like a sword off of like some dead guard or something like that, and then something jumps at you and you try to fight it. It would always freeze right there. It would always freak out no matter what you did. You'd be able to fight it for a little while. You may even be able to kill it. You may be able to get a little further in, but after you got to that point, you had like 16 seconds before it just like self-destructed, and nothing you could do would ever get past that. And I remember reading you know, in magazines that it was getting really poor reviews because everybody was having the same problem. And it's like, really? Did nobody even run the game after you were done with it? You did not even test it once? Or maybe you tested it so many times you were so sick of it yourself, but at what point do you put out a product that when it first starts out, it's broken? You know, but so many games did that you're like, really? Those mechanics, they don't work. You can't even move around. Like, you can't even play the game for 15 seconds, and you're still putting this stuff out. And maybe it was just those publishers who were just like, I'm gonna make a quick buck, and that's really all they cared about. Hunter's Book, learn how to catch dinner instead of becoming dinner. But I don't know. I think some of them were just like honest mistakes. I think some of them were rushing it, maybe to get out the door, or maybe you know, they've had it so long and did so many updates, they quite literally did not know that whatever version they were on had this issue, and then they released it and then they regretted it, but not a whole lot they can do about it at that point because there was no updates. And so when you get a game like this that is constantly coming out with updates, it's a unique experience to say the least, but very cool. I'm definitely, you know, glad the direction that video games have taken They've actually become an industry all to themselves. I mean, when I was a kid, your parents used to say that cliche, like, get outside, don't play video games all day. And now, you know, people can make a living doing that, whether it's, you know, actually producing the games and playing the games, or being a video game tester, you know, or doing stuff like I'm doing, which, you know, I'm not going to make a living at this anytime soon, but it's still very, very cool to imagine one day that there could be people, and there actually are people out there right now doing exactly what I'm doing and making a living at it. So it is just completely different from the way I grew up. It was not even, you know, there was nobody who was telling their parents, like, no, one day I'm going to do that. No, that was not a thing. You could not talk back to that ever. That was just, yeah, I understand that I'm just wasting time playing video games, but it's very enjoyable. You waste time watching baseball and football, or, you know, your soap operas and stuff like that. This is our entertainment, was basically the only argument we could make. You know, before video games really became popular, I was still collecting baseball cards and watching baseball games and doing those kind of things. And even throughout high school, you know, I played sports. I played football, and I was in track, and I played baseball as well. And I was never very good at baseball, so I only did that for a little while. But football, I did all the way up through high school, and track as well. So usually it was shot put and discus was what I kind of majored in, or not majored in, but did. Oh, we're gonna get another worm, and all our guys are down here. Oh, it's gonna come right at us. I don't know if we're gonna be able to kill that until it gets too close, and then die. Oh, no, no, no. Are our guys getting hurt? I was told that they actually do get hurt if they're in front of it. Come on, kill him. Kill him. Yes, every time they shock him, they stun him. Come on, shock him again. Shock him. Shock the dude. Come on. Ah, come on. Why did you guys let him go? You guys had him. He was going on for so much longer there. If they had just kept the attack up, I think they actually would have killed him. I don't know why they stopped. I do not know why they did that. They had the upper hand, and they should have taken advantage of it. Let's put all this stuff down here. And I don't know why, but if you've had this area already pre-selected for chopping stuff down, it will turn red. But instead of disappearing, it will stay there for like a lot longer than it should. And I'm not quite sure if that's a bug or if that's just the way they meant it to be, but I don't think it is. I think that's an oversight that really doesn't happen that often. So it wasn't a really big issue. And so they never really had to go back and fix anything. Put the scaffolding down, make it easier for them to travel. How much longer? About 55 seconds on that portal. Probably all they really need to get over here, but I'll probably have to cast another one regardless, just so they can get back. So I guess let's do that. Let's put 2 portals down, so they don't have to run as far. Because 55 seconds, that's probably long enough for one guy to get all the way back here. But it's probably long enough, too, for like 4 guys to be running back, get over here after he goes through and it disappears, and now they have to run all the way back over here. So we might as well just cut that little, you know, relay race back and forth between the portals out and save ourselves a little bit of time, I think. Come on, guys, go to work. And this is probably going to be the end right over here. I mean, there's not much further we can go. Maybe we can go a little further. Yeah, we can still go a little further. Let's see. Probably out to about here. Maybe not even that far. But we'll put that down. Just keep an eye on it. Ugh, come on. Hard to draw a straight line with this sometimes. Oh, there's something there. You can see that when you're dragging and all of a sudden it just disappears. That means there is a gap there. So this may actually be the lower levels where the lava is. So we may stop right there. I actually don't want to expose the lava yet, because of course you're gonna have dragons there, and if we're gonna put an opening to the dragons, I want to be able to take advantage of that. And it does seem like the dragons move around down here, so maybe that's why we don't get too many dragons killed over here, is that they're constantly traveling the whole width of the bottom. And I don't know how to fix that other than maybe to funnel them. Like, you'd have to start on one end of the map and do like a stepladder kind of way to funnel them into the center, but even then I don't know if they would follow it as well. But you could definitely see where they were at the very least, and kind of go down there and meet them if you exposed it and put lights down here. I think that will probably be the best method, is just having one row down here. You know what I might actually do is put a row of dirt right on top of the lava, And then I could always just send my guys down here to kill the dragons. Although I don't know if they spawn in the lava. You guys will have to let me know if you've ever seen exactly where they spawn. Did they just poof into existence, or do they actually come out of the lava? Because if I cover the lava, they won't be able to come out. So I don't know if we should do that now that I'm thinking about it. Although I may just have to go down there and find out. Like just expose that entire area and see if we can find out if the dragons do spawn. And it would kind of make sense if they did. You know, like dragons have always been perfectly fine with fire, and I don't remember any of them ever coming out of lava, to be honest, but their eggs have to be, you know, someplace really warm that's usually close to a volcano or something like that. So maybe that is a thing. I'm just not that aware of it. I mean, I read books that were fantasy based, but not many of them ever went into the backstory of the dragons. Like the dragons were always the bad guy to be conquered, and you'd find out like where they were coming from, or you know how many eggs there were, something along those lines, or where they like to breed, but they didn't really tell you, oh, they emerged from the lava. In fact, now that I'm thinking about it, there might have been one that actually did emerge out of these little vents in the lava, and that's where they put their eggs. So yeah, that's probably a thing. That probably is, because they're pretty good with the lore with the dwarves and things of that sort in this game, so I'm sure they did a lot more research than I have thinking about this stuff. So you can hear there's a dragon down there. Now we do have all of this region over here to explore. That is a big area, but we did get a nice chunk down here on the bottom. That's a pretty good chunk of our map already explored. If I wish I could zoom out all the way to give you a real good idea, but there's not too many areas left, and the small little areas here that are in black, we've actually have explored. We just haven't put down any torches, so it didn't stay lit. And the same thing down here. We've explored most of this as well, and for some reason they missed this mess row all the way back here, so we will have to come back over here. Let's see, how far are they over here? Still going? Yeah, they're still going at it. I probably should tell them to do more than 2 tunnels, and there's some more mithril right there. So yeah, you do just get a random chance at getting that off of these blocks. So that's a good thing to know. I don't really have to go off looking for a bunch of mithril. If I have time to kill, I can just have them mine every last block in a giant area and see if that works. I guess we should start digging from up here as well. Or maybe we could start digging from over here. Yeah, I think that will be a nice parallel tunnel, but I'll only do 1 over here. I don't think we need to do 2. So let's put down 2 portals, and we'll just have them go straight ahead. And in fact, yeah, every so often we'll have them go up a little bit more. There we go. That way, you know, or down, doesn't really matter. I think up is probably a better bet. That way we can see a little bit more of the map than we're seeing right now. There you go. In fact, we'll go up a little bit more. Probably not a good idea right there, but we'll see how it goes. What about over here? How's our portal doing? Not very well. We'll need to put another one down. Put another 2 down just in case. Yeah, that's going to break through right there. But I don't think that's going to be too big of a deal. Like I said, if we're watching it, we can see it going ahead of time, and we can go ahead and do 2 layers up here. Just because that's what we've been doing on this row, and I kind of like it. I do like the fact that if it's too high, then I can come back down here and say do something down here with the bottom piece without having to remove the torches. Now 3 high is ideal because there's nothing that you can put down in your base that is more than 2, which means the torches will never get in the way. So you won't have to do too much remodeling that way. But you know, I have had situations where I wanted to put down a table really quickly for you know blacksmithing or something like that, and I'll just put it down in the tunnels, and it kind of sucks that you have to redesign. Now down here, there's a very remote chance that I'll ever be doing anything that requires me to put stuff down here, unless it's the Tesla towers. So that could be another reason for doing it, but you know, in a little area like this is really all you have to carve out, and then it could be just 1 high all the way across. So I don't know, it's just personal preference. I kind of like it to be a little bigger on this side. Oh, what do we got down here? Got a lot of cobwebs. Oh, there's another guardian. Oh my god, guys, we may not have to do. Holy crap, guys! Yes, 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 yes. Oh my god, yes, unbelievable. Yes. Holy crap. This is amazing, guys. Please say there's at least one more. Oh, man. I can't believe this. Is it because of the patch? I don't care. I don't care what the reason is. I'll take it. Second portal part used to build a portal between worlds. Yes. Yes. Oh, my God. That is amazing. That is amazing, guys. You cannot believe how much I was dreading having to go back and play it. Not because the game is not enjoyable, but because all the work that we've done, all the rooms that we built, I can still go back to the other 2 levels anytime I want. And I can see what we built and I can expand on them. And there's a few ideas that I do want to play around with those. But all the stuff that we did on this level, if I go back and restart, is going to be gone. Like, we're not going to have any of that. I'll have to rebuild it all from scratch. And the way I was thinking about going about it was just coming in here and doing, like, the bare minimum to get through the level. And so if we ever did want to come back and experiment, we really wouldn't be able to do that very easily, other than, you know, spending another, you know, however many hours working on that. And so this is just, oh, it's so amazing. So amazing. I get to keep all my hard work, which I can't, you know, like I said, I resigned myself to the fact that I was going to have to play it again, and now that I don't, yeah, I'm just flabbergasted. Like, I don't know what to think. I'm still expecting, like, the other ball, or the you know, ball to drop and just be, oh, and by the way, it's just one more. Right? That's all you get. You still don't get that 5th guy. So, oh, I hate to get my hopes up, but I kind of do. I kind of got my hopes up that we'll find that other guy. Oh, they can't get up here, can they? Oh my God, yes. So much yes. Let's look around. Oh, there's still plenty of places for him to be, so wow. Okay, so you guys will have to let me know. Did you get a portal piece off of these guys over here in the pyramid? I've never heard an answer to that, so I don't know if that is a common occurrence, if you're supposed to get one off of them. From what I was told, somebody said it was a known bug not to get one off of these guys, but now it looks like maybe it is either not a known bug and it's just the common thing that you don't get one off of them, or because I just did the update, they fixed it somehow, and now I get an extra guardian. If maybe, say, you killed all the guardians and didn't get all the portal pieces, they just randomly spawn in some location. Why is this guy sparkling? Is there something behind him? I think there's like gold behind him or something, but we're not going to worry ourselves with that right now. Let's see what's going on down here. He's still chopping away, and they never put that light up. Or why not? Sometimes they don't like to do it, which is weird because they can walk through the torches just fine, and there's nothing, like right here, he's gonna walk right through. He doesn't like get stopped by it. So when you put it in a little square like here, for whatever reason, sometimes they're like, no, I don't think jumping on top of a torch is really a good idea every single time, or some kind of processes that I'm not quite getting. And this is gonna be the end right here. Can't really go over too much further. So we're gonna come back here and see what about this other tunnel. They should still be digging. Oh, and there's something down here. No, it's just brick. And a lot of gems, I think. Yeah, we don't really need them though, I don't think. Cookbook, 13th edition, revised and expanded. Also, the poisonous mushrooms and berries are excluded. Okay, well, we don't really need that. Let's see. No, I don't really need to go down any further. Although we might get this rock or brick. Brick is not the easiest stuff to make because it requires clay, and clay you have to make. I've never found clay on the map. I don't know if they plan to put it there. Eventually, I would imagine they would, because clay is a common occurrence in nature, so you should be able to find that somewhere here on the map. But let's look at our progress. What do we still have? Just a mithril, and that's going to be the last check mark on our thing. Let's come in here and make the portal piece, because I definitely want to make that. Oh, do we have enough steel? We don't have enough steel? What have I been using all my steel for? And of course, not enough coal. Crazy. We just never, ever have enough coal. So let's come over here and do this so he can get over there. And we will need to put down another, not enough power. Well, we'll fix that. Where's our guy? You're the only one, huh? Well, I don't really want to disturb you. There we go. I'll disturb you now. And now we can put down some more portal. There we go. And down here, what about these guys? I'll go ahead and... Where's he going? Oh, they don't have a portal, do they? No, they still have a portal. They still have a couple of them. Wonder why he's running all the way down there. I don't know. We're not going to worry about it too much right now. We are going to come up here and start digging, though. Oh man, I can't believe we found that guy. That is so insane. Let's put that here. Wow, this thing just goes all the way up. This would have been a better method to come up here and dig going the other way. In fact, I may do that. I may try to meet them up there. You know, digging from the English side and the France side, you know, meet up in the middle like they did with the channel. Let's see what it was. Man, this guy takes so long to do anything. That's one of the downsides I've seen to just having one guy. And he doesn't even have a mithril pickaxe right now. That sucks. But at least a lot of my guys are over there at the base, which means they probably already made they made the still that I need it. And so we will come in here. We go into the right one. And we will make this stuff. Now we're going to try that little trick that Tamara was letting us know about, which was to drag one of the items down here, which is just a steel bar, and then double click on it, and it should fill up the other 2 slots for us. And it does. So it didn't do all of it, which is kind of a pain. I kind of wish there was an easier way of doing that, but maybe I'm asking for too much. I mean, they do kind of want you to learn it the first time, but with these, there is only the first time. You never have to make it again on this level, and when you do go to the next level, you have to relearn it all over again, so it's not really an issue. Dark crystal. We have 24 of those, so let's go ahead and make that, guys. Yes! Oh my god, that is amazing. That is absolutely one of the greatest feelings ever. And I'm actually making it sound worse, you know, because I'm like, oh no, I really didn't want to play it again. Like I said, it was just because I didn't want to lose all my hard work. I put a lot of time into designing some of these areas. Where are you guys going? Like, I do not see what you're headed for. I probably should put some torches down over here, so let's do that. Just so that we can remember what's here. We have plenty of them, so you're actually going to stop doing what you're doing. What do you have? You're all going to stop doing what you're doing. I wonder why. Like, I understand that... I guess the torches have a bigger priority than digging? Maybe. That might be something to it there. I don't see why, though. I don't know. It's just weird to figure out what their priorities are sometimes. Let's pick up this stuff. You guys will have to go the hard way. You're taking too long, and I need this scaffolding up here. Yeah, you guys will just have to climb. What about over here? Okay, so what we are going to do is put some scaffolding so they can go up a little bit higher. Oh, no. They busted into another room. Oh, my God, that is cool. Okay, you guys are going to come up here, put some lights down right there. And we'll say right here, so when that portal is gone, you guys can still see. And we will stop digging that, because you're not going to be able to get over there very easy. Come on, guys, move your butt. Move your butt so I can tell you to start digging some more stuff. Let's find this guy. I could use that spell that points me in the right direction to a secret room. In fact, it looks like there might be one right here. And this might be another guardian, guys. Who knows? We could get very lucky and find him. 2 on 1 episode. This will be the miracle episode. You guys are probably thinking the exact same thing I was, which is, yeah, you'll have to play it again off camera. And, you know, just give us little updates on what it looked like once you got to a certain point. But that may not be the case. That may not. I think that patch probably saved me. I think doing that, and there may not actually be anything in here. I'll maybe get my hopes up right here. Guys, bunch of T's. Let's come over here and I guess we can pick this up. We don't really need that there. They can jump across, I think, right here and then climb up. I've seen them do that before. Plus, there really shouldn't be anybody on this side, but of course, because there shouldn't be anybody on this side, there's 4 guys just kind of chilling over here. I'm not going to tell you to mine the resources now, guys. I'm looking for that guardian. I want that guardian. He's going down, and I should probably... You know what? I will do... How do I want to do this? Let's do it this way. And then we will go down a little bit and go off in a parallel. That way, if there is, you know, a slight chance that he could be in here, I don't want to miss him. And they are pretty far away from each other. Like, there is a pond down here that we really won't get to see with either one of these tunnels that we have now. And so this one going right down the center will help us with that. And there does seem to be something here. Yeah, right there. That is a pretty big room. There may be a guardian right there. In fact, I bet you there is. That's either a very big room or it is a very big area with water, but I doubt it's water. Like we haven't seen one of those in a while. So let's go ahead and connect that right there. We'll get rid of these. I mean, the biggest area we've seen with water was this tiny little pond right here. You don't really find water too much down here. So, yeah, I don't think we really have to worry about that. I'm hoping it's the Guardian. And that should give all my guys a little something to do here and there. You know what? We can get rid of all of this. Come over here, put some lights down. That way I can see more in here. And then I can make a judgment call on what we should do. Because again, this is pretty much right where I had them leave off. So there he is. Holy crap, guys. There he is. Well, we are going to save him for the next episode, guys. Again, I want to thank you all for watching. If you do, be sure to hit that like button. Definitely helps grow my channel, and subscribe as well, guys. Make sure to leave those comments down below. Were you as ecstatic, as surprised as I was to see the Guardian? I bet you guys were, because man, I wasn't holding out much hope, and I doubt you guys were as well at this point, because it was just crazy. Maybe some of you guys knew. Maybe you knew that those guys in the pyramid do not drop the portal pieces, and you were torturing me. And bravo, guys. If you're one of those people, bravo, because you had me. You could have easily have told me and saved me all that misery, but you didn't. And wow, that was a pretty big shocker right there. The fact that you were able to hold off not telling me, and you knew that, with the risk that I might just go ahead and start over and delete this game, this level, without completely exploring everything. Oh my god, that would have been such a nightmare if that had happened. And then to find out later on that, if you had just kept going, you would have found them. So yeah, bravo if you were in that situation. Again, guys, thanks for watching, and I will catch you next time.